guys, what's up how are we doing today? I hope everyone is fine. Welcome to my channel. This is a new, well, this is not a tutorial today, so this is something different, something that I thought, okay, I can try out and give people opportunity to know a little bit about how I got myself into sewing. If you are new to my channel, it is so great to have you here. Now don't forget to subscribe, so you don't miss out on any of my juicy videos. If you are one of my OG subscribers, thank you for your support. And so yeah, today I'm gonna be talking about how I got myself into sewing. It is something I've wanted to do for the longest time, but I've just been pushing it to the side. It's one of those things that life will just get in the way, and then you just never have time to do the things that you really like. So yeah, how did I start sewing? I actually started sewing when this whole lockdown began, and in April. Well, the lockdown began in March, but I didn't get into sewing until like the towards the end of April. So for me, sewing has been one of those things that that's always been in the back of my mind, that I kind of knew that I wanted to try it. Even if I was going to be rubbish at it, I just wanted to try it because I find it really intriguing how you can just turn a fabric into something amazing. And I've always wanted to just give it a go. For some reason, I kind of knew I'd be good at it. I mean, I'm not a professional. I'm not saying that I'm a professional right now, but for the things that I've made so far, I think I kind of have a flair for sewing. So, and I love it. I thoroughly enjoy it. So, I think my intrigue in sewing started when I was about 11 and from between like 11 and 13 years old. So when we had a neighbor then that used to sew, and I would just sit with her sometimes. I would just watch what she was doing, and so I never paid attention beyond that, to be honest, because of course, I mean, as a child, you only do what your parents tell you to do. Like, I remember growing up, back in the days in Nigeria, and then the only thing that you're allowed to do is go to school, go to extra classes, come back home, do your homework, go to church, and repeat the cycle. And I guess, coming from Nigeria also, like, when you say you want to become fashion designer, the first thing that is going to come to people's mind is the fact that you just want to be like a tailor, a local tailor, which I don't even think there's anything wrong with that, because you can make a ton of money just being that, And so in Nigeria, obviously, they look down upon that if you say you want to become a tailor, rather than say you want to become a graduate of law, or you want to become a doctor or something that they count to be prestigious. Fast forward to moving to the UK. So when I then was ready to go to uni, at the back of my mind, I actually really wanted to study fashion designing, but I didn't have enough guts to walk up to my mom and say, "Oh, mom, I'd actually prefer to study fashion designing rather than going to uni to do something like psychology or medicine or whatever." If it had been left to me, that would have been my choice, to be honest. That would have been my number one choice. But I had to suck it up. I'm like, okay, fine, let me just do what will make my mother happy, and just do something businessy. Like, even though she wanted me to be a medical doctor, but I was like, nah, it's not happening. That's not my calling. That is not my calling. If there is anything I like to do, is something creative, So because of that, I decided to go into marketing. Like, okay, so maybe if I go into marketing, then my creativity will shine through marketing, which up to this day, like, look, I'm not even working with marketing. Like, what a waste of degree, what a waste of money, what a whole waste of how many years did I spend at uni? Honestly, these things, nah, they never do quite work out the way you plan it sometimes. But anywho's, enough rambling, let's get back to sewing. So because I couldn't tell my mom that okay, I wanted to go to uni to study fashion designing. I packed that to the side again and just did, you know, my course, finished uni, and but at the back of my mind, I always kind of like still remember the fact that oh, I want to do something about sewing. Sometimes, you know, after work, I would go online and search for I would search for like sewing courses that are taking place in my nearby colleges to see if I could attend some of them. Some of them were quite pricey. Like, we're talking about expensive over here. Like, no, I'm not paying that much money to learn how to make a piece of handkerchief, or make a piece of pillowcase, or how we're going to thread a sewing machine. Like, do you look? I like my coins. I'm not gonna be paying to learn how to thread a sewing machine, something that I can easily find online, or just read a manual, you know, that comes with the sewing machine and figure it out. So I never did any of those courses. I was like, okay. Yeah. Then the pandemic happened, you know. The pandemic happened. So yes, I wasn't. Yeah, when the whole thing became really severe, I stopped working, and obviously, like, the whole nation was in lockdown. Nobody was going anywhere. I wasn't working. I wasn't going anywhere. So I was just cooped up within my four walls by myself. So I needed something like to distract myself. Otherwise, I'll probably just go insane, you know. So I first of all, when the whole lockdown started, I first of all distracted myself with a few career-related courses. So, but I soon found out that I was quite bored of those ones. I did it for about 4 weeks, and after that, I was bored, man. Like, let's be real, like, that got me so bored. I was like, no, I need something that would motivate me, you know, like something that I would be happy doing, not something I'm forcing myself to learn just because I want to, like, progress to the next step in my career, you know. So I sat down and I thought, you know what, if there was any time to learn how to sew, this would be it. Because, I mean, come on, you're not working currently, you're not going out, you have a ton of time on your hands, so might as well make the most of it, you know. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Just get yourself a sewing machine and, you know, see how it goes. So that was exactly what I did. So I went online and I started searching for budget-friendly sewing machines, because with this whole pandemic situation happening, I needed to watch the coins. So I went online to look for some budget-friendly sewing machines suitable for a beginner. I mean, nothing too small or not too big, you know, just perfect. So I went on YouTube to search for a few reviews on different sewing machines, and I think at the end of the day, I kind of like settled on Brother LS14. If you want to see the sewing machine and know more about it, there's a video that I did. I'll link it in the description box below. But if you want more details about what features I have on that sewing machine, then let me know in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to do another video to address that. So yeah, I googled online. I saw the place that I could buy the sewing machine from, but I wanted to buy it from a place where I knew I could return it if anything did happen, like maybe, you know, it became faulty or anything like that, that I could just return it easily. And the best option for me at that point was Argos. So I went to Argos and picked it up, and so that was how I started. So I just bought a few sewing supplies like threads and things like that. But with your sewing machine, you have the standard things that will come with the sewing machine. For example, you have your needles, your bobbins, and so those two are the main things that you will need to begin with. And then the other things you probably need to buy, like your threads and your fabric, of course. So, but I was lucky and fortunate enough to have a few fabric with me that I brought back from my last trip to Nigeria, so I started with those. So my first sewing project was a face mask. So like everyone else, you know, like everybody's gone crazy making face masks. So yeah, I jumped on the bandwagon as well. This was towards the tail end of April, so I did my first sewing on the sewing machine, and I made myself a couple of face masks, and they're quite good. They turned out good, and I was quite proud of myself, being my first ever sewing project. So that was really good. And I had a few friends that requested for some masks, so I did a few more after that. So and that was the beginning of my sewing. So yeah, and to date I have done about 12 different projects. Some of them were things that I made from scratch, and some of them were like things that I upcycled, transformed. For example, there was one where I transformed a maxi dress into like a two-piece set. So yeah, so I've done different things like that, and to be honest, I am quite proud of the progress that I've made so far. And honestly, to say that I'm happy and to say that I'm loving sewing is an understatement right now, because I am absolutely loving it, and it's great. And let me just show you one of the things that I've made. I think this one right here is probably one of the simplest things that I made, and I absolutely love it as well, because like, it's really simple. Look at it. How cute is that? This is like a tube top, and it's very stretchy, so it looks tiny, but it will definitely fit. So so there's a tutorial on my channel as well on this, and I mean, some people do find it difficult to do sharing as a beginner, but I didn't find this to be difficult at all. I mean, I found it very easy. I mean, since I did this, I've done sharing literally every week after that. Like, everything that I've done must have some sort of sharing inside it. I don't know why. It's like a new obsession. So, but I just like the way it kind of like transforms a fabric like really easily without much of a pattern to it. So it's really useful to just give a fabric some sort of like structure. So it's really nice, and I just can't wait to be able to wear this. Hopefully next summer, COVID would have done what it wanted to do and just pack up and leave, because honestly everybody's tired of it. So then I can put this one to good use. So very simple to make, and if you really want to learn how to make this, I have a tutorial again on my channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, guys, you are missing out. Honestly, like, go and subscribe and then watch all these videos and learn how to make some of these things as well, if you really want to make them. And I'll show you another thing that I'm really proud of. Ta-da! Hello. Yes. How fabulous is this? Oh my god, look at that color. Look at the burst of color. Guys, look. The level of anxiety that I had trying to make this, it was through the roof. My chest was in my heart was in my chest. Like, it was crazy. I thought I was gonna like make a whole mess of this fabric, because I like this fabric so much, and I knew that if I messed it up, that would be the end of it. Like, I would be so devastated. But thankfully it worked out well, and I love it. And it looks amazing on. It feels comfortable. It just looks fabulous, honestly. And I made this. Like, I can't believe that I made this. Like, this was I think maybe the third thing that I made, and the first dress I ever made. So like, if you think that sewing can be difficult, honestly, because you will make mistakes. You will make mistakes to the point that sometimes you want to pull out your hair. But if you keep at it, honestly, like, you will get it. Because I made a ton of mistakes on this one as well. But I mean, you can see the way it turned out. It turned out, beautifully, even though I made some mistakes. But those mistakes, I probably will make them again. It's sewing. You will make the same mistakes over and over again, and you kick yourself. But in the end, you will get there, and you see your final product, and you'll be happy. So it was worth the effort, and worth the headaches, and worth all the mistakes that I made. And I got this, and I'm happy, and I just can't wait to be able to actually wear it, like properly wear it, go out and just show it to people. And I'm sure people will ask me where I got it from. I'm just like, oh, I made it myself. Yes, you know how that sounds. Like, yes, I made it myself. That's gonna be so good. And it was, yes, enough bragging. Oh my god, enough bragging. But I am proud of myself. I can't believe I made this. So yeah, that's how I got into sewing, and I'm glad I did when I did it, and it's given me, you know, things to do during this whole lockdown. And you know, it's been amazing. It's been amazing, and I'm still learning. I'm still pretty new. There are some things that I haven't done yet, and that I still wish to be able to do, like anything that has zippers or buttons I haven't done yet. So I think I'm gonna have to tackle those in my next couple of videos to get over that fear of, you know, buttons and zippers. So there we go. So, and that's it really. That was how I got into sewing. And if you'd like to know more about how sewing is going, some of the mistakes that I've made, and some of the things that I've sewn and I would never sew again, you know, there's a few of those. But yeah, let me know in the comment section, and I'll be sure to do a video. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and thank you so much for your support. For my new subscribers, I appreciate you guys being here. For my OG subscribers, you guys are the best. You guys rock. Thank you for